Hello, I'm Diego Machado, a cybersecurity and privacy professional. In today's video, we were going to talk about one of the hottest and most promising topics in the cryptocurrency market, the tokenization of real-world asset, also known as RWA. This concept is gaining strength because it represents the bridge between the traditional financial system and the blockchain. It is the idea of bringing real assets, such as real estate, stocks, debt, gold, and even business contracts into the digital world in a secure, programmable, and highly liquid way. Before anything else, we need to understand what tokenization actually is. Tokenization transforms a physical or financial asset into a digital token recorded on a blockchain. This token represents ownership or a right over that asset. That means you can divide a property into hundreds of tokens. You can turn a debt security into a tradable asset that works 24 hours a day. You can fractionalize a stock or even create digital shares of artwork. Instead of relying on complex contracts and multiple intermediaries, you have a transparent, auditable, and immutable record. And this completely changes how assets can be bought, sold, or transferred. Today, major financial institutions are entering this market. Banks, brokers, and even governments have started studying and adopting tokenization models. International funds are creating entire products based on RWA. This is happening because tokenization solves a huge problem in the traditional market, which is the lack of liquidity. Many assets, especially real estate and debt, are not easily traded. Tokenization allows these assets to be divided, sold in smaller portions, and negotiated in much more dynamic secondary markets. Another important point is the reduction of intermediaries. Instead of depending on notaries, banking, processing times, bureaucracy, and paperwork, everything can be executed automatically through smart contracts. This reduces costs, speeds up operations, and makes the process more secure. The blockchain provides a public record and prevents manipulation or unauthorized changes. Now let's talk about the main categories of assets being tokenized. The first category is real estate. This is one of the fastest growing segments in tokenization. A property can be split into multiple tokens and distributed to investors around the world. This opens the real estate market to people who previously could not access it due to high entry costs. The second category is bonds and debt. Companies can tokenize their debt and sell it directly to the public with more transparency and fewer intermediaries. The third category is commodities, such as gold and precious metals. Commodity-backed tokens allow fast, global, and low-cost trading of these assets. And finally, we have traditional financial assets such as stocks and investment funds, which are now being explored within regulated and permissioned blockchain. One of the reasons RWA is becoming so relevant is that it brings a practical, everyday use to the blockchain. For many years, the crypto sector was criticized for being speculative and disconnected from the real world. With tokenization, the blockchain becomes a complete financial infrastructure, bringing real value to companies, investors, and governments. Companies can raise capital faster, investors can diversify more efficiently, and entire markets can become accessible to people anywhere on the planet. But of course, tokenization is not free of challenges. The main challenge is regulatory clarity, because we're dealing with real assets, such as real estate or stocks. Tokenization involves complex property laws, securities regulations, and registration rules. And each country has different laws. This means companies must operate very carefully. Another challenge is custody, who ensures that the physical asset actually exists, has been audited, and is safely stored. It requires trust in serious companies, specialized auditors, and well-structured processing. Another issue is interoperability. Not all blockchains are compatible with each other, which means we need consistent technical standards. Despite these challenges, the entire sector believes that RWA will be one of the biggest trends of the coming years. Major international reports indicate that trillions of dollars in traditional assets may be tokenized by the end of the decade. Tokenization creates new markets, increases liquidity, democratizes access, and transforms the blockchain into a real financial tool. That's why so many institutional investors, banks, and technology giants are betting heavily on this area. The impact on cryptocurrencies is huge. First, because it increases the utility of the blockchain. Second, because it generates demand for crypto-based infrastructure. And third, because it brings the traditional market closer to the digital world. This means the line separating TradFi from the crypto world is disappearing quickly. Tokenization is creating a new economy that is more global, more transparent, and more accessible. The future of RWA points to a scenario where anyone will be able to invest in assets from anywhere in the world using only a digital wallet, where real estate, stocks, debt, precious metals, and business contracts will be traded as tokens on secure and audited platforms, and where geographic barriers, bureaucracy, and access limitations will become smaller and smaller. If you want to understand where the financial market is heading, keeping an eye on asset tokenization is essential. This is one of the trends that will transform the industry the most in the next few years, and those who understand it now will be far ahead. Before we finish, I want to thank you for watching until the end. Thank you very much for your time and your interest in learning about cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and digital finance. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to the Horizonte Livre channel, and share this content with people who also want to understand the future of the financial market. Your support helps the channel grow and brings even more relevant content to everyone. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.